This month, we are bringing you root to stem. You're going to enjoy the taste of waste. It's a little bit like in the meat industry where they have the nose to tail. You know, if they're using the pig, they use everything, almost including the oink. Well, here we're going to use everything from the plant kingdom. And then we're going to give it to the mighty invisible organisms to do their magic for us, to turn it into gut-loving goodness. So you're really going to get to enjoy the taste of waste. So there'll be things that we'll use, like when we're talking of the carrot, we'll use everything, including the wonderful carrot tops, which are full of nutrition. And when you ferment them, they take out any little prickles, they go nice and soft. Exactly the same with the radish tops, which are a little bit more pricklier than the carrot tops. But with the radish tops, the fermenting process takes out all the prickles. And when you ferment the radish tops, the taste is just, it's just amazing. It's beautiful to fold through a mash. Just lovely, whether it be a sweet potato mash or a pumpkin and potato or just a plain potato. It is just wonderful, the radish, the little leaves, the tops. So we'll be doing things like the broccoli stalks. So we'll be fermenting the broccoli stalks and the cauliflower stalks. There'll be just so much that you're going to, you won't look at your food again the same way. You won't think of it as waste. It's just part of the food, and it's very, very tasty. The watermelon rind, this is one of my favourites. The pickled watermelon rind along with the banana skin. So that is just wonderful. There it is there. And I leave a little bit of red in, but it's amazing how it comes back. See, so red. It's just lovely, and it's beautiful on it, if you're having a nice cheese platter and you put little bits of that through there. You can also fold it through your salads. And I'm going to give you lots of tips and ways of using it and not just making them, because it's no use making it if you don't eat it. It's still going to be waste, and we're not going to waste anything anymore. So this one here, this is one of my favourites. It's like a salted herb. And what you do, it's a way to store the abundance of your herb garden. You know, when you've got all the herbs, they all seem to come at once, and you have all these wonderful herbs. So you can make them into pestos. There's so many things that you can ferment. This one lasts for years. This little jar here, I've worked out, is actually about 5 years old. I've got a few jars of it, and in there is the little carrot top. So it's fermented in there, and it has a little mixture. I've got a wonderful little mixture in there. So I'll be sharing this with you, how to make it, and I'll also be sharing the recipes that you'll be able to download. So there's lots of goodies that we'll be making. There'll be things like vinegars with many, many uses. They make the wow of your kitchen. So when you eat your apples, you just have a little jar in the fridge. You don't have to do it all in one go, and you just keep adding your cores there. And then when we get to the end of the week and it's full of your cores, we then turn it into a vinegar. Now, it's not apple cider vinegar, it's actually apple scrap vinegar. So it's not as nutrient dense, because your apple cider vinegar is made from a cider. So it's made from the straight apple juice, like the cider. But this is just the scraps. So it's the same process. It's a two-stage transformation, and you'll end up with a beautiful vinegar that you can still use. And the beauty of vinegars, you can use them for cleaning, and there's many things you can do with your orange. With your orange, when you've got your orange, you do exactly the same. When you cut your orange and make your juice, you just put the outside orange skins into a jar. Then when we've got enough, we cover that with a vinegar, and we make a cleaning product like you wouldn't believe. And I'll give you all little recipes where you can make them and turn them into. You'll clean everything in your house with this. You can make a timber polish out of it. You can keep away the ants. You have the little ants when they're on the run. You can just spray it along, and it's nice and gentle for your pets, gentle for everything. So this is what we'll be doing. We'll be transforming everything. I don't really like the word waste, but that's what we're doing. We're getting rid of one, and your compost won't cry because there won't be much left. Same with the pineapple skin. We're going to ferment that. And we're also going to make a lovely pickle with the inside of the pineapple. So much that you can do in the fermenting world with pineapples. So I'll be giving you lots of little tips how you can use it. So everything can be reused. Even when you make something like this is our beautiful medicine jar, the one that we made recently with the beetroot, a little bit of cabbage. It was done after the sauerkraut making, some lemongrass, some ginger, some turmeric, some banana skins. So it's got, and just make sure that when you are using skins, they must be organic. That's the only rule that we have. So if they've come straight from your garden, you know that they're chemical free. Otherwise, if you're buying them for the local markets and someone, just make sure that they don't have chemicals in them, because the mighty invisible organisms have got to do their job and they don't need to have chemicals there. See, that's gone all cloudy, so you know that's well and truly ready. I've had this out for quite a few weeks, so it's beautiful. So the beetroot you don't peel that. The peels, right on that peel is where fermentation starts. Those invisible organisms are in the soil, so they jump onto that outside peel. So we don't peel those, and we're not going to, well, we are going to eat them, but it's not used for the fermentation. It's pretty spent, all this now, because this isn't like a sauerkraut. It's actually a tonic. We're actually using the liquid. So we'll show you how that you can use these, and we'll make those into a treat. We'll make a beautiful cake. Anything that's fermented, you will be aware of that to keep those nice bacteria alive, we don't take it to high heat. But this, as I say, is spent, so it's okay to cook with. So there we go. So that'll be all the things. There will be so many things that we'll be making for the month. Do jump on board. I'm so pleased to share it all with you. And I'll have the downloads for you at linnystein.com, where you go down to the bottom of the page and it's got a free stuff. And in there's just a huge amount of resources that I've been working on in my little rest period that I've had. But I'm back. So there we go. We've got, oh, look how beautiful. I wonder if you can see that, if I can walk around and show you, because it is just beautiful. Have a look at that. Isn't that just rich? That's blood building. That's just the most amazing tonic. It's good for your liver. It's good for the liver function. And look at that, it's beautiful as a colouring. You can colour lots of things with it. You'll see me when I colour my coconut and use it as a colouring for icing and everything. So we'll be using everything. There'll be no such thing like the little lemon peels. Once again, we'll be fermenting those, and they're beautiful into a mash as well. Little tiny pieces of that. You won't even know that it's in there, but the flavour, just go. What we're going to do is we're going to take waste and take simple food to sensational food. Big love.